Welcome to my new workshop. This is the mailing room, normal stuff, free bottle Pepsi. These are some of the original prints. Got some tooling. Holy shit. No. No. Andrew is gonna be so jealous. That's a fucking McMaster car catalog. Yes. Oh, yeah. I got two. This is some of the stuff you could do on some of the throatless shears. These are some of the original, so the original use of this building was furniture making. And these cabinets are from that era. The building was built in 1899. These are probably shortly after. And they still are in really awesome condition. And they're just full of tooling and parts, screws, Allen keys. Everyone will be very happy to hear that I now own a single pair of safety glasses. So these are Beverly Shear blades. Oh, that's kind of sad. So this seems like these were returned to be sharpened and were never sharpened. Actually, if I look down here, okay, just more stuff. Smoke detectors need some batteries. These cabinets are the other side of that wall. These are also original. It's full of V-belts, more screws, stuff like that. What the fuck is this? Are these drill bits? Yeah, these are drill bits. What the heck? Some nice shelving. These are angle iron. This is the office. This is stuff that Mark wants to keep. I think that's his father in the middle right there. These are for sale. All the shapers are for sale. The big milling machine is for sale. Drill presses I'm keeping. This lathe monstrosity I'm keeping because I got to get my equipment in here, and we got wood floors, so I'm being conscious of the weight. This is a 6,000 pound machine. So this is all reinforced under here with I-beams from the basement. It's a sound way of having machines up here. This building's in Chicago. This is how a lot of the older buildings are structured, just because space was such a concern, and the total building size is 6,000 square feet, which includes a 1,200 square foot apartment. But at one point, the height of its success, Beverly Shear had 50 employees working here and in the warehouse behind, which I do not own. I was told that before they got the big Milwaukee mill, they had 20 shapers in the basement doing the work of this one milling machine. This thing's a monstrosity. They were using it for milling, bunch of scary things on it. I'm gonna strip it all down, clean it up a bit, and I'm gonna try to use it for inside spinning, which is a metal spinning process we do. Here's the biggest shaper, I think. This is the one they used most often. All of the shapers have these gantry units mounted. So the shapers made the blades. They had each shaper set up for a different aspect of the blade, but all of them, the blades have some primary and tertiary contours. So these shapers had fixtures that set up to do the curves on the blade. And so this shaper can cut curves. It would be set up like this, and it would cut that convex surface on there. It's pretty amazing stuff, and they made these fixtures. So these fixtures will be getting sold with the machines, and you can keep them or take them off, whatever you want. Or if you don't want them, I'll take them off and keep them because it's cool. This one is the only non-American machine in the building. It's an Austrian machine. It's probably the most easy to sell shaper in here because I can move it pretty quick. These drill presses are staying. Actually, sorry, this is a drill press. This is a tapping machine. I think it was a drill press at one point, and this is just an attachment. It's a Boyer Scholes, which is cool. Here's the original catalog for the Milwaukee. It's a 50 taper machine. It's a big machine. This drill press is like the nicest drill press I've ever seen though. Buffalo, I thought it was a Walker Turner, but I was wrong. It's a Buffalo floor standing drill press. You could drill some deep holes in that guy. I'm really excited to use this, get rid of my jet. And look at that, it even has chuck keys on the, like, included. When does that ever happen? I love this building for the history, and I grew up around the corner, but it's got some pretty amazing drill tap charts and some pretty funny motivational signs and some pretty awesome tools. Like, I saw this pipe wrench and I got really excited. That's a pipe wrench right there. I got my eye on an American pacemaker lathe that I could really use, put a tracer on there and get that set up. But so if anyone wants that machine, it's tricky with those is because they're such nice machines. That one needs some work on the table, but they don't really go for that much money. This is a furnace, natural gas forced air, which will be repurposed. It's nice because it's vented. They made the venting, it's all welded. It probably has asbestos bricks in there, so we're gonna have to be smart about how we get them out. I got this press, Ramco press, that's nice. All of the electrical in this building is based off fuses. I need to get an electrician in here to get rid of that and put some breakers in because I'm not sure if it's not code or not. It's certainly scary. So this goes to the basement. This is probably the coolest thing about the building and the thing I was most excited for. So you can see right there, that's the tunnel. So this would be guarded by Dobermans or whatever show dogs he was raising, and that would go straight under the alley. Well, there wasn't an alley, but it would go there and lead to his warehouse and his house. So these stairs are pretty cool. They have a couple cool features. So the bottom 3 steps there, it's hard to see. I'll get some lights on. So the bottom 3 steps kick in under these. And then over here, you got that gantry. So it's a 1-ton crane on there currently. This railing folds in. So if you were wondering how they got a bunch of shapers in the basement, this is how. There was a giant air compressor in the basement, which they decided to take out. His friend wanted it or something, and I'm fine with that because it was almost certainly a piece of crap, and turns out it was, but they hoisted it out. It was a big, I would say 200-gallon tank. Had to weigh about a ton. One of the rungs up here snapped, so I'm gonna have to rebuild that. Oh, there's another light. Look at that. These lights are terrible. But yeah, we're tearing out this and doing pitch and lead in there. Oh look, another Beverly Shear catalog. Ooh, B1, B2, B3. The junior is actually pretty sick. I think there's a junior on this table somewhere. Let's go down the basement. So it's just dirty. It hasn't been really used. So yeah, in the tunnel, you can see it just got filled in. I'll have to go in there and clean it out a bit, get some of the shit out of there. These stairs, they kick in back there. As far as basements go in Chicago, this is one of the nicer ones. They have a drain system that goes to a bunch of sump pumps. So in Chicago, there is a lot of water that gets pumped into residential basements, and this is a residential area for all intents and purposes. My house, just down the street, gets a ton of water, and it's gotten better over the last few years, but it still gets water like crazy. I was in this building in the basement the day after a torrential rainstorm, right? And there was not a patch of water. If you know that smell of walking into a basement that's been saturated in water, this is definitely not it. This basement was poured in 1899, probably before that. So this is a little grinder buffer. They're running some pretty crazy wheels on here. That's a dust collector. This grinder's cool. This one's definitely staying. Dust collector behind it. This is a big, looks like a 12-inch contact wheel on a 148-inch belt. Cool dolly, more dolly, shovel. This is some old cash register stuff, scale. Tape dispenser. I think this is another dust collector. It might be a furnace. There's about 3 old furnaces in the basement that need to be another pipe wrench removed. They weren't very good at removing the stuff that they were replacing. This is an exhaust fan, so this is gonna be my heat treat annealing room, and it's nice because it separates from the rest of the shop with this sheet. So we're in the mailing room again. So this is the front door. It needs to be replaced. It's rusting out and has some issues. The frame has been moving a lot over the years. They did not use this door very often. We got the front. I'm really happy this got left. It's kind of hard to see, but it's Beverly Shear Company. You got the main tree. You got hippos over there, train tracks. This table is just full of history. Got some catalogs. How to use your new Beverly Shear. Oh, these are the offset snips. I wish they made these in production. So like these were made out of aluminum billet, and these were pretty obviously ground and filed by hand. There just probably wasn't enough money in making these. Roofers will love that. If I found a pair of these, or any of these really, sitting around here, I would be one happy guy. We're gonna put all the Beverly Shear history is gonna be preserved. We're gonna put a lot of it up on the walls, in this case, that kind of thing. Obviously, I'm operating my business out of this building, so we're gonna need to make it, it's gonna be my business operating, but try to save as much as we can. I really wonder if this is gonna be flat. I don't really like regular Pepsi that much, but it's worth a shot.